Okay, guys, I am here to give you my predictions for WrestleMania 29. And, to be honest with you, usually when I'm looking forward to WrestleMania, last year I was hyped for WrestleMania. I was looking forward to it awesome. I mean, last year we had The Rock versus Cena, John Cena. First time ever, CM Punk versus Chris Jericho. They had matches before, but it was never this intense, and they never hated each other as much as they did. Um, we had let me think. We had Undertaker versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels and Hell in a Cell. That was in the Hell in a Cell match. So much personal use right there. Cody Rhodes defended the Intercontinental title against Big Show. Another storyline match right there. Team Laurinaitis versus Team Teddy kind of had storyline. Um, there was another match. I guess that's it. Those were Sheamus and Daniel Bryan didn't have any story until like after Mania. But Randy Orton and Kane last year had storyline. But this year though, it doesn't seem like there's really any storyline. The only ones I think that actually do are CM Punk and Undertaker, Triple H and Brock Lesnar, Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger. Um, Trying to think. There's gonna be another one. Not really any other ones. That's about it. But yeah, this WrestleMania I don't feel hyped for it really at all. I'm looking forward to it because it's WrestleMania. If it wasn't Mania, it would just be an average pay-per-view. That's kind of what it feels like. Except you have Brock Lesnar, Triple H, Undertaker, and The Rock. And I guess you could say Chris Jericho, but when he comes back, he wrestles full time. Um, this, but I will say this. This WrestleMania could end up being good, but it could end up being shit as well. Like, there could be shit matches, there could be awesome matches, but we'll see what happens. So, let's just get on with this match right here. I think he just messaged me. I'm talking to Suicide Dive Wrestling on Facebook, by the way, so if you hear a message, that's why. So, the pre-show match is Wade Barrett defending the Intercontinental Championship against The Miz. There's not really any hype to this match. The only hype is that The Miz beat Wade Barrett in a match, and I guess they had a movie, and they're fighting over whose movie was better. That's what the hype is, I guess, in my opinion. I think The Miz is gonna win the title here. I think if Barrett retains, nothing really is accomplished. I think The Miz can do more at that bout, and Barrett can just have his rematch clause at Extreme Rules, and then maybe hopefully after this he can go into the main event scene. Then we have Tons of Funk, which is Brodus Clay and Sweet Tea. It's Wikipedia since Tensai, but he's no longer Tensai to me. And the Funkadactyls, not Cameron and Naomi, versus Team World Scholars, Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow, and the Bella Twins, Brie and Nikki Bella. And this is going to be an 8-person mixed tag team match. This match, what a waste of Cody Rhodes. What a waste of Team World Scholars. They have to go into this match. What I would have done is have the New Age Outlaws versus Team World Scholars. I think that would, because the match was never finished on Raw, so that would have made sense. But no, you decide to do this. It's fucking bullshit. I'm gonna say that. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say that Team World Scholars and the Bella Twins win. That because they're just better. That's why they're better. I want them to win. Then we have Chris Jericho versus Fandango. Now, this is actually a match I'm kind of looking forward to. Um, we have Fandango, who never has had a match. He's never made his debut. He was supposed to, but he didn't. And at first, it was like, oh, come on, come on. But now that he's feuding with Chris Jericho, it kind of makes sense. Because if you have him debut against Chris Jericho, it could be a great thing, in my opinion. And I think Fandango kind of has something over Brodus Clay, and well, Rikishi had something though, but I think he has like the aggressiveness. Fandango, I think it's just great. I think he's kind of he's not great, but he could. I actually think he could have a decent match. I mean, the attacks on Chris Jericho. He has that aggressive side to him. He can make himself aggressive. So I'm gonna say that Fandango's gonna win because I think if he's gonna debut at WrestleMania, um, I think Fandango. I actually kind of want him to win too because if you have him debut at Mania and have him beat Chris Jericho, then then he's gonna go down in history. And now we're gonna find out though and see if Fandango and Chris Jericho could have a good match. Because we've never seen Fandango have a match, and I actually think maybe, and I can't really say whether they're gonna have a good match because we've never seen them had a match. So it could be a great match, or it could just suck balls. Yeah, he could actually suck balls. Yeah. Let's see. Team Hell No, which is defend. Well, you know it's Kane and Daniel Bryan. Defending the tag team championships against Dolph Ziggler and Biggie Langston with AJ Lee. My opinion. You see, I think Dolph Ziggler should have fought Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. My opinion. It's just my opinion. I think that would have suited Dolph Ziggler better. But I kind of want to see this Chris Jericho Fandango match instead. But Chris Jericho versus Dolph Ziggler would have been better because Dolph Ziggler deserves a better match than this at Mania. But at least I think this match could be good because we have Daniel Bryan, Ziggler, and Kane's a decent work for himself. Biggie Langston, to be honest with you, I don't think we'll have a good match because he just seems like that one of those muscle guys like Mason Ryan. Batista actually could get good matches out of him, but he's like one of those muscle guys. Mason Ryan guys like that. I think he's like a Mason Ryan. That's really all I can think of though, just Mason Ryan. And I think you see, I want Team Hell No to retain their titles here because I think Dolph Ziggler deserves better than the tag team division because he does not deserve to be tag team champions. He has the briefcase. It's time to give him the world championship. I think WrestleMania is finally the time to give him the world title. That's simple. And considering that I'm talking about this, that means I think that Alberto Del Rio will retain his world championship against Jack Swagger. And then Dolph Ziggler will cash in on Del Rio. Now, I do like Swagger. I think he has a chance. I kind of want him to win. But I want Dolph Ziggler to be world champion more. And he has to cash in on a babyface like Alberto Del Rio to really get that heel heat in him. And I think that's the reason why they did put the title on Alberto Del Rio. So yeah, Dolph Ziggler. So Team Hell No are gonna retain the titles, but Dolph Ziggler is gonna cash in Money in the Bank on Alberto Del Rio after he defeated Jack Swagger. Then we have Ryback versus Mark Henry. I'm actually looking forward to this. I think this match could be a nice hard-hitting match. It won't be any high-flying. I think it could be hard-hitting. But I think Ryback's gonna win this match because he's lost pretty much every pay-per-view, and I think it just would make more sense for him to win. But don't make I hope Mark Henry doesn't go on this not really like a losing streak, but I hope Mark Henry can at least be relevant in the WWE. But I think Ryback's gonna win. And then we have Sheamus, Randy Orton, and The Big Show versus The Shield, which is Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. The Shield are going to win this match because Randy Orton is going to turn heel and he's going to feud with Sheamus after WrestleMania. And I think and I want the Shield to win because if they win at WrestleMania, they will be remembered as the team forever, because no one's because they can be remembered. Because if they lose at Mania, that could be the day that they finally lose. But I think this could be good. Normally, 6-man tag matches aren't good at Mania, but since it's the Shield, it's gonna be awesome. I mean, like my friend Jeff Jones says in Horticulture, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Let me see. I'll do Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman versus Triple H with Shawn Michaels in a no-holds-barred match. And if Triple H loses the match, he has to retire from in-ring competition. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think this time I think Triple H is finally gonna win because he has Shawn Michaels with him now, and his career's on the line. I don't think he's planning on retiring, and if he does lose, I actually will be happy because Brock Lesnar beat Triple H twice, and that would be awesome. But I think Triple H will win this match, because he's just gonna win. But I think the match could be a good match. It's gonna be a street fight, and I think it will be great. Next match, Undertaker versus CM Punk, and I don't think he's gonna be with Heyman because Shawn Michaels is probably gonna give him the sweet chin music. Undertaker wins. I do like the hype for this match, though. I will say this match is probably the most hype match on the show. CM Punk, I think, has actually. I think I'm probably gonna get hate, but I think Paul Bear's death is the reason why this match has been hyped up so well because maybe they was too soon for them to use it, but I think though that Paul Bear's death, it made the build up great, and I'm not happy that he died. This isn't any disrespect to Paul Bear. I just think though that what would they have done if Paul Bear didn't die? It was probably would have been just kind of a generic I'm gonna beat the streak kind of thing. I think this Paul Bear's death kind of made this thing match mean something. But I think Undertaker's gonna win this match. But the question is, will I be sitting down in here in this bed right here, wondering if CM Punk and Undertaker talking if CM Punk and Undertaker will win another match. I kind of want them to do another match. They can do other stuff with it though too. You could have CM Punk just want to get his WrestleMania want to have another match with Taker, and I think that would be great. But I think Undertaker's gonna win. But Undertaker's gonna win here. I don't think CM Punk is the guy to break the streak, cause he's just not the guy. I don't think he's just the right guy to beat it. Cause I don't think if Triple H can beat it, I think the person that beats it is gonna be should be when Undertaker's done wrestling. And I don't think Undertaker's gonna be done wrestling if he's gonna wrestle once a year. So I think Undertaker's gonna win here. And then we have The Rock defending the WWE Championship against John Cena. To be perfectly honest with you, I am not looking forward to this match at all. I am this much. It's not because I've seen it twice. There is no hype to this match whatsoever. The Rock wasn't on Raw, and Cena went on one Raw. Only Cena was on a Raw, and then when they were on Raw this Monday, Cena cut a shitty promo, and The Rock, he cut a decent promo, but there's just nothing to this match. I think this is just a moneymaker match. I think John Cena is probably going to win the championship to get his redemption. And then next year, I'm going to be sitting here predicting who's going to win next year. They're going to do this next year again. I don't think they should do this next year. It just shouldn't happen. Yeah, but that's Mania. Kind of like a show that could... It's just kind of like... It looked like... I think looking on this on paper... It looks like an average show. It's just average. But maybe it will surprise me. Maybe some of the matches that aren't going to be good will be good. If Tons of Funk match is good, I think every match will be good. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna just say repeat my predictions. The Miz is gonna win the Intercontinental Championship. Team World Scholars and the Bella Twins are gonna beat Tons of Funk and the Funkadactyls. Um, Fandango is gonna beat Chris Jericho. Team Hell No are gonna retain the WWE Tag Team Championships against Dolph Ziggler and Biggie Langston. Ryback's gonna beat Mark Henry. The Shield's gonna beat Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Big Show because Randy Orton's gonna turn heel. Alberto Del Rio is gonna retain the World Championship against Jack Swagger, and then Dolph Ziggler's gonna cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase and become the new World Champion. So that's 8 right there. Triple H is gonna beat Brock Lesnar. Undertaker's gonna beat CM Punk, and John Cena's gonna beat The Rock for the WWE Championship, and then they're gonna have another match next year. I guess, but I do hear that The Rock is scheduled to be at Extreme Rules, and I think they should, and hopefully they just do it there, cause I don't want to sit here next year at Mania and talk about it again. They need to do different stuff next year. In future references, I think next year WWE should hype up the matches more. I mean, they could have done a lot of stuff, but they chose this. I don't know how they fucked up this year, I think, and they didn't have a chance. They had Brock Lesnar, they had The Rock, they had The Undertaker, they had Triple H. Everything was there. Undertaker and CM Punk match, I'm completely fine with. I was kind of edgy about it at first because Undertaker had no reaction, but I think now it made it awesome. I think Brock Lesnar should have just fought The Rock this year. Triple H and Punk too. I think that would have been great. Dolph Ziggler versus Chris Jericho. I'm not saying that because I don't want to see Chris Jericho versus Fandango. I think that could be good, but I don't want to see Dolph Ziggler in this tag team match. If Dolph Ziggler wins the tag team championships and Biggie, it's just fuck. They have no faith in Dolph Ziggler. I mean, they need to. I think, to be honest with you, he should just be his own man. He's never been he's never gone by himself. He's always had. They always put him with the manager. The Spirit Squad. If I missed one, I'm sorry. I know there was one before that, but I don't remember. So the Spirit Squad. He was with Vicky Guerrero, and Vicky Guerrero just talked for him on the mic. Then he was with Jack Swagger, and that was holding him down. And then he was to be honest, I think he should have still been with Vicky. Now, because Vicky's like barely seen now, this was a perfect opportunity. Dolph Ziggler could have still kind of been his own because he was talking on the mic a lot more. But nope, that didn't fucking happen. And then you had what else? So you had Dolph Ziggler. That he's with AJ Lee and Biggie Langston. They have no faith. No faith. Biggie Langston should stay off the microphone. AJ Lee's been with like a bunch of guys since last year. I don't really mind AJ Lee, but yeah. Ryback and Mark Henry could be good. I think Mania is just kind of this year. Like it's gonna. I usually have a birthday party before Mania, and I go on make the events for make the party right away, right, like when I'm hyped for it, but I'm not even hyped for it. I made it like 2 weeks before it happened. I usually make it like, last year I made it like February. Now this year it's like, fuck. I just flipped myself off, by the way. But yeah, just fuck this. That's pretty much it, guys, though. This is my predictions video for WrestleMania. I will be back on Monday, giving my review of WrestleMania 29. And then Raw, and then I'll be back on Raw to give Raw review on Tuesday. I think the Hall of Fame's this Tuesday, but it's gonna be late. But I'm gonna give my opinion on it. But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.